Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Magnetic Soul podcast. If you're watching this on YouTube, hello, welcome to my channel. I'm here to share some messages that wanted to come through for today. And just to kind of know how this page works, how this podcast works, is that it's like an oracle. You can be drawn to certain videos or certain podcast episodes at certain times, and that is when you're meant to hear it. And this message would really not leave me alone. So I really wanted to talk a little bit about some messages that you guys need to hear right now whenever you're listening to this, whenever you're tuning in. There's a really big message that you need to hear is that something is completed. A lot of you need to hear that a phase, a cycle, something of great significance is complete. This phase that we've been in is complete, and I'm going to get further into this in this episode. But there is a lesson that is complete. I keep getting this image of the energy breaking. I keep hearing energy breaking. There's a break in energy. And what they mean by this is that there's certain soul contracts, certain lessons, certain experiences. I don't really love using this term, but the words are around it are like curse or generational curse or spell. It's like that energy is broken. What you have come to move through, and I feel like a lot of your ancestors are here. This message is coming from the akashic realm as well, is that there are the curse or the spell is broken. And I don't like using those words. I just don't like the energy of them. But there's really, for lack of a better term, the lesson's complete around it. For other words, the hold, the lesson is complete. The soul contract's complete. Something that you came to fulfill, something that you came to move through, to learn, to grow through, to close down is now complete. And I keep getting like lesson complete, door closed. The energy of this has broken. It kind of reminds me of like the Disney movie. They keep showing me like a Disney movie when their person's been under some kind of spell. And then they have this like dizzying, disorienting feeling that when you snap out of it, you snap out of the illusion and you're like, whoa, what was that? Why did I feel like that was an okay thing to experience or go through? Or why did I think that was okay in some way? Do you know what I mean? It feels like that disorienting feeling that when you are, and something to know is like when you are in a lesson, so you're experiencing a lesson that is extremely important for your soul, for your soul's path, for your evolution of your soul. Or you've been on a hold of some kind, when that breaks, it's like the lesson of that is complete. And what you need to know about that is like, because sometimes you can look back and go like, what was I thinking? Like, why did I think that was okay to be in that experience? Or, maybe it's a job or a situation that you were taking. This can be on a really big, grand scheme of things. It also could be on a very like minimal, day-to-day kind of experience. But when you've broken free from that, from the illusion has been shattered. It's this freeing, disorienting feeling that you break through and you move through. And when you look back, you can go like, why did I think that was okay? Why did I experience that? What was I thinking? And it's because you've grown from it and you had to be in it to be in the lesson in order to move through it, in order to complete it. So sometimes when we are in the midst of a lesson, it can be hard to see the bigger perspective. It can be hard to see from that future point of view, so to say. So don't get down on yourself for being like, what was I thinking? Why was I in that? Like, why did I think that was okay behavior to experience? But when you snap out of it, when you snap out of that lesson, and it feels very much like many of you are either in the process of this, you are also, in the midst of this, it feels like a snapping out of it energy that you break out of it, the energy breaks, and there's this instant shift of like, what was that? What was I going through? Why did I think that was an acceptable behavior? Why did I think that was the right thing to do, but when it really wasn't the right thing to do? Don't get down on yourself. It's because you were meant to experience that. You had to move through the entire process of it. You had to trust the process of it. And had you not moved through that, you wouldn't have experienced and had the lessons and experiences that you do now. So when you are in something and you look back and you wonder like all that, why was this hidden to you? It's because you were in a soul lesson. You were in the midst of it, right? You were growing through it. And now we're at this opportunity moment where what you need to hear is that the energy is broken. So if you see confirmation is the number 1010, or if you see broken glass, because it feels like shattered broken glass, like the energy of it is broken, you are free, that you are no longer in a cage or in a hold or in a bind in any way. The energy of this has broken. From an akashic perspective, the energy is now freeing up. So you are free to move forward. The lesson is now complete. The holds of your gifts, of the way forward, of, what you're here to do are now lifting, and now it's bringing forward a momentum. It does feel like the treasure chest is opening, like something that you've been trying to unlock is now unlocked. The energy's unlocked, and you now know what to do. So it does feel like this energy, this treasure chest, this gift is now opening up for you. It does feel like ancestral gifts. Something is opening up to you now. You are on the receiving end. And so the energy is now broken. It's expanding. It's breaking free. And now it feels like karmic balance. Feels like whatever you came through to learn, that is complete. It is broken. You've healed it. You've broken free from that energy. Energy is clearing up and opening up within your field, within your energy. And it does feel like the time of expansion. Now is the opportunity to rewrite the story, to change the script, to change the narrative, and know that just because something was one way, you were learning that experience, just because it has been one way doesn't mean that it's going to be that way in the future or right now. So we really have to focus and rewrite the narrative, rewrite the script. So it does feel like some of you are rewriting contracts in a lot is kind of closing out in dream time as well, but you have closed down the old door and life is ready to take on a new turn. So if you see the number 1010, that is your sign. If your glass breaks or something breaks, that is your sign. The energy is broken. The curse, the hold, the maybe a generational curse that you have been clearing is now cleared. It is broken. You've shattered it. And so the illusions are now being shattered. And it does feel like deep soul truth is ready to be revealed to you. It's ready to rise up. So what was once hidden, or you were caught up in confusion or illusion, is now freeing up. And now you have the energy and the clarity to move forward, because you are no longer to move through that experience anymore. You are free. You have broken free from that. So your life is ready to take on a new turn. And so what was kind of left unfinished is completing also in dream time, because there is an acceleration around this. So maybe you are closing out old loops in dream time. Just know that that's what's kind of taking place. You need to hear this because you've gained the lesson, and now it's time to move forward, because you are no longer a vibrational match. Being in that space now where you've broken free, you're integrating this lesson, and just let the process move out of you and through you, because something new is ready to open up for you. This is an opportunity to walk through this energetic opening into a new reality. So I do feel like mega shifts are possible. Really the need to keep your vibration high, stay focused, stay clear. Anything getting in the way of what you know to be true and what you know to be possible. We have been moving through a lot over the past few months. We've been moving through a massive clearing, purging phase, and this phase is now kind of closing out. We've completed that. And now the question is can you hold the new field? There's no longer need to go back down into the energy, into the experience, but it's time to rise above and keep your vibration high, keep your thoughts clear, keep the energy clear, because this clearing, this purging phase is now complete, and no longer needing to constantly go down into it all the time or spend long periods of time into it. It can be moved through quite rapidly at this point. So we are in the energy of creation, right? You're building the new. You create the rules don't create you. And this is associated with that energy breaking, right? The rules don't create what you do. You get to create the rules. You get to rewrite the script. You get to change the narrative. You get to write the story of your new life. And this is also, you get to manifest. You get to create this new life. You're not a victim of your circumstances anymore. These holds, this energy is now clear. It's broken. You've completed that phase, that cycle of what you came here to do. does feel very ancestral, ancestral healing, ancestral clearing, but your ancestors are here now and they're saying, here's the gifts. It's now time to receive the rewards of what you have been through, of what you've moved through, of all the work that you've done for the ancestral line, because now you're creating the new. You're creating the new rules. You get to pave the new way. This is an exciting time. So many of you, either your next steps are right in front of you, or they're about to be. Your next steps are very soon to about to be right in front of you. So take them, take those steps, take the action. Do the things that you've been wanting to do for a while. The road is now clear. It's open. You're free. So you may notice that you are kind of like wrapping up some of these lessons, but you know that you're in the lesson, and that's perfect. And it's not a test. It's just something that you're in the lesson, you're completing it, you're free, you've already closed that down. You're just maybe experiencing the residual effects is what they're saying of that cycle completing, but you're very aware of the cycles. You're very aware of the patterns. You're very aware of the lesson. And with that, that is a gift. That is such a gift to know when you're in a lesson. And you can now course correct. You can shift your energy. You can shift the way you do things. And that might feel uncomfortable because it's requiring you to have boundaries and to say no to things and to stay true in what you know to be true. But the illusions now are now shattering. So whatever illusion that you've been under are now clearing. And there's a lot of clarity and soul level truth surfacing. The karmic scales are balancing. But this next steps are very soon to be in front of you, or they're right in front of you. And they're saying, take those steps, because many of you are being called to step into bigger versions of yourself and to either expand along the current path that you're on or break into something bigger. What didn't work out in the past is because that was part of the lesson. And now the energy is rapidly shifting here. So don't give up on the dreams, or don't let any limitation into your mind because of the way it didn't work out in the past, or maybe whatever challenges you've been experiencing, they're now complete. And you are at a very powerful time of stepping in as a master manifestor. It's part of what your soul came here to do. So maybe you had been experiencing the opposite on your path, on your journey, on your path of alignment. And now the scales are shifting and tipping, and recognize how much you've learned along the way of experiencing that path, of experiencing maybe the opposite of what you've been intending and setting forth to do. Those were the lessons. That's what took you on the path to allow you to pop up for air, to snap out of it, so to say. And you now have the energy, and it feels like a deeper embodiment of the lessons of what you've moved through and experienced as a way to move forward. So a lot is clearing up in your energy field. The clearing phase that we've kind of been going through is now complete, and it's time to embody the lesson, embody what you know to be true, and trust your intuition. But it does feel like a bit of an activation phase rather than this like clearing density, moving down into the dumps phase. Okay. So it does feel like there's part of you that's like, can I trust this? Can I trust that that's over? Can I trust that this is complete? And this is your sign that it is complete. You're moving through a rebirth portal. Life is ready to take a new turn. And so you are being called to rise. You are being called to step forward. And so what are you allowing in your field? What are you no longer available for? And you get to state those claims. You get to state your claims of what you are no longer available for, what you are no longer allowing into your field. And can you maintain and hold the vision? Can you hold the field right now? Can you hold the energy of this new self? And that is where you want to be. You want to be in this elevated vibration of maintaining the field, of holding the field for yourself. So you get to choose. You get to write the rules. The rules aren't creating you. So you get to bend time. You get to bend the rules here. You get to create them. It's like a game. So you are playing the game. And it's like, if you are playing a video game of life, why not create it through joy? Why not create it through fun? Why not have some fun? Why not play around with the manifestation phase, right? If you're going through some kind of period of unknown or discomfort, it's because you've closed something down and you get to now write the rules. The rules aren't writing you, right? If you're finding like you don't know what's next and you're kind of expecting it to happen for you, it's like, no, you are the creator. The reason why you're listening to this right now is because you are a creator being. Many of us here right now are here to create the new way. So this is for the bold ones. This is the cycle breakers. This is for the ones paving a new way, the ones that are here to call forward to a new level of leadership. And so that's likely why you're listening to this, is because you are now creating the new way. Don't let the rules create you. You are creating the rules. So if you are playing around and you're like, hey, let's play around with this manifestation. Let's play around with this game rather than let it be the victim of life and experiences. Let's stand tall into who you are and start to use the spoken word they're saying to create the life that you want, to choose how it's going to be. The next 3 months feel very significant. And just know that because of what you have broken, the energy is broken. It's breaking. Whatever has held you down, the holds, the karmic holds are lifting. And you are no longer rooted. You can be unattached. You can be, free to play. And just to know that you are free. You are free to step forward. You know, some of these lessons that you maybe thought was the right thing to do, it's because maybe you were closing out an old door, but you've closed that door and now you can kind of step to the other side of it and look back and go, whoa, that was wild. Like, what was I thinking? Why did I think that was an okay situation to be in or an okay behavior to accept? You know your worth now. And that was part of the illusion that you were working through. I see it's like a illusion lifting, right? And your deep soul level truth is coming forward. It's rising to the surface. There are a lot of insights from the higher realms that are ready to be downloaded through you. And so if you can take some time to sit in stillness and allow the energy to move up and through you to receive these deep insights, deep soul level truth rising to the surface, okay? Ready to be shown to you, ready for the next steps to be revealed to you. So again, can you hold the field of what you are desiring, what you know to be true, that vision that you have? Can you hold the energy of it? Can you stay true to that vision and no longer letting doubt or fear get in the way? Let's clear out the doubt, clear out the mental clutter, and know that that was part of the old manifestation. That was part of the old energy that you came here to clear, the old lesson. It is done. Okay. So keep your vibration high, keep your thoughts clear and focused, and stay true to you, stay true to the path, but you are now free. The energy is broken and the gifts are ready to be revealed to you. I hope that you enjoyed this video and this energy update, and I will speak to you guys in the next video. Have a great day.